Hey, have you struggled with how to respond to discovery in a family case? Who hasn't? And in particular, struggles with the inventory and appraisement and what in the heck that means and how that can. It's a big, daunting project. What goes into it? How do you solve these problems? And what are you absolutely required to respond to? So, an inventory and appraisement is essentially a big list of property that it's not always required to be disclosed, but it's a very simple way. Not that the project itself is simple, but once it's completed, it is a simple way for the parties to have complete transparency on each half of what they perceive as the community estate, the separate property estate, and any debts that are between the two spouses. The list is necessary, in my opinion. It's necessary to help spouses make an informed decision about how they're going to divide real property, what agreements can be reached, what claims there are as to separate property, whether there are community type claims on that separate property. In other words, had a separate property, 1965 Ford Mustang, got married, community funds were used to restore that Ford Mustang. The husband wants to keep that Ford Mustang. Does that contribution from the community need to be reconciled because he's going to essentially keep the separate property asset? It's going to be to his benefit, and the improvement to it, that restoration, whatever that was, is going to be retained by husband in his separate property asset. So therefore, he owes the house, the community estate, back some funds. So there's a lot to inventories and appraisement, and they're not always required, but they are a good idea. And they're critical because they have to be sworn to, which means that your list and your spouse's list are full disclosure under penalty of punishment from the court. We call that perjury, right? You're making a false statement under oath. You can be held in contempt, jailed, fined, all kinds of bad stuff for doing that. And any kind of intentional deceit could open the door to set aside a just and right division in favor of the spouse who is truthful or who is innocent. So this is a critical document. It is complicated, especially for couples who have been married for a long time. However, it can bring a lot of light, and once it's completed, a lot of speed to the thorny issues in especially a lengthy union, which almost always has to do with agreements over how to split the property. So, hope this has been helpful. Please like, subscribe, share. Questions, comments, we'd love to hear from you. Chat at ashmorelawfirm.com. Chat at ashmorelawfirm.com. Thank you.